Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic. And this is my Tatooine Stronghold. This is owned by my Imperial character, Sylvie Jen, who is male, he's a human. This is his perspective at the moment, and although he is an Imperial, he is also a Republic sympathizer, hence, there will be a lot of Republic guards, a lot of Republic banners, and a lot of Republic themed decorations here. Now, this is the living quarters area of the stronghold. So we have a nice long red carpet, some nice plants, and a little area where you can sit down and relax. Guards, fountains, banners, and over here we have things from the Carrick space station. So the windows, the walls, the ceiling, all of this was decorated in here, and we have some guards. These are, I think, pit bosses guards, and they have there, as you can see, big machine guns that they're holding. We have a nice little view of the twin suns Luke Skywalker sees, and we have a view out to the rest of the stronghold. Now moving on. These are the personal quarters, so we have a nice chandelier there from Alderaan. We have some nice art. We have a Datacron, not quite sure which one it is. We have some nice spaces, lights. We have some very nice artwork, some beds, nice fountain, chests of drawers. It's quite basic, but then again, you're not supposed to expect for this stronghold anything spectacular. The stronghold is supposed to be basic. So whereas other people might go for something a lot more extraordinary with the stronghold, I wanted to do the opposite. I wanted to make it feel more rustic. And then over here we have a nice little cantina. Again, it's nothing really all that much. We have a bartender there with some drinks, some food, some plants, some banners. Very basic light there from the Wakata. Some Yavin 4 plants, and again 2 guards. Now heading out of here, we come to this area, which again I added in the door here with 2 little plants. I just have to open that up. And we come to here. This is like a little, I thought it would be like a little reception area. So these are from the planet of Onderon. These are like water collectors. And I thought since Tatooine is a desert planet, they need water collectors. And we also have from here, I think these are from Alderaan, little fountains. And again, lots of guards. You'll notice how there are perhaps a slightly excessive amount of guards here. And then we go down this turbo lift. So we have just gone down the turbo lift, and we have a very nice view of the back of this statue. No comment. And we have again more guards. A nice little panel here from Alderaan, which I got from a pack collection. We have some plants. Now, this is a void star bomb, so essentially if you get close enough to it, you can activate it and it will explode. It doesn't really do anything, but the idea is, of course, that you could self-destruct the stronghold in case it was attacked. Very nice statue there from Zakul, I believe. Then we come out here. Now, this bit is actually outside the stronghold, but you can't really tell that because of these walls and the ceiling. But this is actually outside. I just added this little area in just simply because I wanted to do something different. So we have some security cameras again, another Void Star bomb right here. And we have some more guards, and these are racks for blaster rifles. All very nice. And then we come out here and we go through this door and we come to the garden. Now there's not much of a garden, but there's not supposed to be much of a garden here. It's supposed to be quite basic with like little added touches of things that are quite incongruous. So for example, some more sophisticated decorations here, such as that statue and so on. And coming through here, a nice long amount of troops who are all ready to salute us. Yes, thank you, men. Yes, thank you, men. That sort of thing. And here we come to a very large, extremely swish-looking spaceship. We have like a... what's the word? A forklift truck there with some Kolto tanks. We have some more guards. We have a Republic medical droid. We have some ammunition. As you can see, this ship is extremely suave. Sadly, we can't get on it, but I just speed up and go around here. We can see from the front roughly what it looks like. Now this is the Imperial Agents spaceship. It's extremely suave and undoubtedly the most aesthetic spaceship in the game. Now we come to up here. We have we have some nice columns here. I thought these added a certain je ne sais quoi, as it were. And we can see from up there the little apartment that we just came from the lift. This is like a lounge area for the soldiers. We have a nice fountain. We have these little sets where you can lie back and you can be served by this little astromech droid right down there. And this area is a bit different. This is like a sort of herbology place. You can see that there are lots of plant containers here. These are, I believe, from Osus, but don't quote me on that. And of course, we have Jolo here, who's sweeping the floor with a vibro broom, because I can imagine that because this thing has no ceiling, this gets very, very sandy, and I'm sure that Jolo here is not a fan of sand. And the reason it can't have a ceiling is because there's no ceiling hook, as it were. You're not able to put a ceiling there. Now, through here, past these two guards, is the central control room. Now, I wanted to sort of give the control room a slight feeling of Echo Base on Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back, to sort of make it feel a little rustic. We have here, I believe this is a Republic General with maybe a Republic Commando, and if we click on this, we can see it brings up some information. And that is the main control room. And we have a sealing section here from the Republic Carrick station. Now there is another section of the Stronghold, but before we go there, we're going to head out here, and you'll see why we're going to head out here. So we pass by here, a little section of wall, so that it sort of makes things a little bit different, sort of like you can't see what's behind it, but there's nothing really all that much behind it. We have a little reception area here with some benches, some guards. We have a little tree area here, and these I believe are from Capero. There's a stronghold on Capero as well, and I've made a video on that. And now we exit to the outside. So over here, if we speed up just a little bit, we have a starfighter with a guard and some supplies, and we have a little hologram of, I believe it's the RX something droid. This I got from an operation. And for those who don't know, an operation is a type of mission, multiplayer mission, which you get in the game. Now, over here we have a Republic walker. Which, luckily, we can actually take a little trip inside. It's not much, but it's a little something. And you can imagine that Republic walker, would be taking part in the defense of the stronghold if it was ever attacked. Over here we have a little area where we have two turrets with another Republic wall in between, and we actually have an Imperial sealing section, little small sealing section from Viking Space Dock over there, and we have over here a Republic commando or soldier, at least high-ranking soldier, giving orders to these soldiers here. Now these people, you may have seen them a little bit around the stronghold. These, I can't fully remember what they're called, but they came from a certain event. Or these may actually be from two different events. I'm not entirely sure. Moving on. Now this area here we will come back to, but remember this area. And these are Republic walkers with some supplies and some soldiers, just to make sure they're all operational. And finally, just over here, we have another turret. And now that we've seen all that there is to see on the outside, we will now go back to the inside. Going through the reception, down the flight of stairs this way, and to here. Now, this stronghold is designed so that if it was ever attacked by another player or by another faction, that the main character, the character who owns the stronghold, SWTOR, he can easily retreat to further inside. Now, I don't just mean that it's defended in terms of those turrets, tanks, guards, well, loads of guards, you've seen how many guards there are, etc., but you may notice that there are these things here. And you may think, these look just like air vents. They are not air vents. These are traps, and I'll show you precisely what they do. So this is SWTOR. Say hello to him. Good. You said hello. Now, Let's see what happens when he approaches a blast pad. It blasts him back. Now you may ask, how do I make sure that I don't go over the blast pads? Well, you could say trial and error, or you could just say jump through the middle. And once through that section, we then come to a long hallway with a nice Ondron chandelier and some nice flowers. You can mind that there's red carpet underneath there. And then we have loads of guards down here. And some very nice artwork on the walls. One of Drummond Castle, Imperial Capital. That looks like... hard to tell. Could be Tython, potentially. Now we come through here. And we come to a wall, which I myself put in here. And then we just click on here. And now this is the bit that was underneath all that red wall, red floor that we saw. Remember how I said that we would come back to it later? This is what is underneath. Now all this ceiling here I put in. All of it. Along with all this floor here. And you can forget the bit that the sand comes up here. We can just imagine that the sand can't be cleared. We have controls, lots of troops. And now through here is the barracks. We have soldiers, we have guns. This is a Republic disguise terminal. So basically, if you use it, which I will not do now, but you can always use it in other strongholds, and you can see what the effects are. For them, is that they turn you into one of these people. Sylvie would become like this guard. Yes, I saw him blink a few times. He's a bit puzzled as well, but I assure you it happens. Now, going through here, we now come to the next room, which is the soldiers' cantina. We can see that it's again very basic, with a little bit of fanciness with that statue and fountain, but that's about it. And we can also activate these. By the way, if you're wondering why the texture on these things are very low, I'm not entirely sure myself. I sometimes have a bit of problem with the game textures, sometimes being quite high and other times sometimes being quite low. Now, this is interesting, this bit here. So I said how the stronghold is built so that if it was attacked, it would easily be able to be defended, and I could hide in it. This is the area of my safe room. So the idea is that if I was attacked, I could escape here, and just beyond this window, if hopefully you can tell it's a window, and that door is my escape room. Now the idea is that if people were to come bursting into this big room here, that I could get past here, be here, and then I could essentially just taunt them from this window here, and they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. So, let's say that I am an intruder. It's another blast pad. And these are electrical walls that deal damage over time. And the door switch to my secret room is hidden, so if you take too long, you'll die. Now, I haven't been to this stronghold in a few months, so let's see if I can do this in time. Let's go. There it is. It's a little tiny sliver. Did you see that light up just now? That is the door panel. You can see the golden arrow right there. There it is. And then I can just taunt whoever wasn't able to get in there and either died at the electrical panel or was blown back by the blast pad. I can do. And I can basically taunt them from this window. It's a bit silly, but there it is. And now, my escape room. Now, the escape room that I designed is a bit silly, if I'm honest. So we have things that don't really belong in an escape room, like fancy lights and tapestries and disguises. But if I'm about to be killed in my escape room, I might as well have a little bit of fun whilst doing so. And with that is my stronghold. And I thank you for watching.